Neil from Essex here to share with you today a really exciting custom upgrade kit for the Kubota BX tractor loader backhoes, one that can improve the comfort, usability, and efficiency of your machine. So come along with here today and we'll show you our new invention.
Essex, a helping hand with your land.
Kubota's BX series backhoes have always been single seat backhoes, and there's a very good reason for that. Having a single seat allows them to position the backhoe closer to the back of the tractor. That shortens the length of this whole thing. It also improves your departure angles as you're going on and off of a trailer. But it's had some drawbacks as well. And over the years, when we go through, we talk with people about, using your backhoe, right? Lift this seat up, swivel it around, and then lock it backwards in order to operate the backhoe. You'll find some frustrations with this every once in a while, and those frustrations tend to be that this thing's a little heavy. If you're up there in the years, lifting this thing up and manipulating it around gets harder as you get older. And as the linkages and stuff that are in here, as the grease kind of gets a little stiff over the years or things start to rust up a little bit from the weather, this motion gets harder to do. You also need to remember too that this is only a 6-foot backhoe, and 6 foot is going to refer to how deep the backhoe digs, but it's also how far out the backhoe can reach. And if you're digging a long trench with a stick as small as this, you have to reposition the tractor fairly often if you're digging a deeper trench. And so you're doing this motion of flipping from the front driver's position to the back position in order to operate that backhoe a lot more often than what you might guess. And that's why we're introducing to you today the SpeedSeat. So what is the SpeedSeat? Very simply, this is a small seat that you can pin into the top link bracket here on the back of your tractor that allows you to be able to use the backhoe with the regular seat still in the forward-facing position. Very simply, all you're gonna do is take your 3-point hitch top link out, take your seat here and pin it in place here where your top link would normally be. And when you wanna use your backhoe, simply take the seat, fold it forward, and then bring the SpeedSeat back into its operating position, and you have a place to put your bum. So again, where the efficiency gain really comes from having a seat like this is your ability to be able to be in the operating position of the tractor, hop off the machine, hit the seat release, flip the regular seat forward, bring this seat back. And when you bring this back, you hear that little click right here. There's a latch down here in the bottom that on the late series BX tractors will lock this into place so it doesn't fall front. Step up onto the backhoe like you usually would, and then you have a rear-facing seat here that you can use without having to swivel the tractor seat around. Now, sitting back here in the operating position, up on top of a bike seat, obviously this feels a little bit different than sitting in that large tractor seat, right? If I was gonna be digging out a stump, I would certainly take the time to rotate that seat around in order to have that kind of like larger position in order to sit on. It also is gonna create a little bit more stability. If you're throwing the tractor around a whole lot, you are sitting on a bike seat back here, right? It's not as large of a seat to sit in as what the tractor seat would be. However, to be able to come back here and quickly rip out a bush, do a little bit of trenching, whatever, this is more than adequate, right? It gives you a place to be able to comfortably sit here back behind the machine. I've got plenty of room around me, just like you do on the regular factory tractor seat. Just becomes a quicker and easier way to be able to use your backhoe without having to swivel that seat around. So those are the details on this product. But join me here a little bit with Mitch Schellenberger out at his farm, and we're going to tell you a little bit together about exactly how this thing came to life. So out here in the shop with Mitch from Shelmar Acres. Mitch is the brains behind this thing. It's design and fabricator. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your business.
Sure, yeah. Well, we have a farm operation here, and I'm the 3rd generation on this farm, and have been working actually with Messick's for a long, long time. My grandpa was working with Messick's, and so we were processing what it looked like to continue to grow our farm business. It's difficult, especially in Lancaster County, to get access to ground, and so we were looking for other opportunities that we could fill out our farm operation. Kind of for 2 things. We're kind of in a transition state right now. We got the next generation kind of coming on, and we got the previous generation, trying to be released of some responsibilities, and so we needed something more at the farm to fill that out, and so we started processing a little bit more about growing our welding, repair, fabricating business. We've been doing welding repair for a long time, kind of on the side. It's always been something fun. I actually started my engineering career at Lincoln Electric Company. So I have a background a little bit with welding, and so that kind of started me there. And so there you see the other piece of what's going on. We have the farm operation, and I also have an engineering background. I've been doing design work and CAD work for a long time now. And so the opportunity to kind of converge those two things seemed like a real special thing, to kind of grow the farm business, grow our operation, pull in some of the resources that I've gained and the skills that I've gained from design and CAD work and stuff like that. And yeah, then we got connected with Messick's. So.
One of the things I think is so impressive about the area that we live in is all the skill sets that you find around here for this kind of thing. Yeah. I think you and I kind of bootstrapped this idea when we were at a dinner, a Penn State dinner somewhere,
right.
And got talking about engineering ideas and projects that we could do. And while I can look at this kind of stuff and kind of recognize the product and the opportunity and that kind of stuff, be that gap between like me on the retail ideas side and actually creating the physical product, I don't have the skill set for.
Yeah.
And so it's awesome to be able to look into our own backyard and be able to find guys like you that are able to kind of complete that picture and pull it off.
Yeah, yeah, and we're super excited about an opportunity to do that. I think that's one of the things that we bring to the table, not only some fabricating and welding skills, but the ability to develop a product, and that's an important piece.
And I'll say that about this thing for sure, is that when I came to you with this idea that said we want to put a seat on the back of the BX, you didn't just give me a seat. You gave me this like nicely bent thing with these cool latches and pins and stuff in it, and your ability to look at these things as a designer, an engineer, and a fabricator is way beyond what I could have ever put together, just wanting a seat on the back of a tractor.
So the convergence of the idea and then the ability to actually execute it, I think, is going to be a cool partnership.
And we'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah.
Show me around here your shop a little bit.
Yeah. So we have a small shop. This is right in our farm operation. This actually used to be equipment storage. And we decided last year that we were going to kick the tractors out. This was always our tractor storage bay, and grow the shop a little bit. So we poured some concrete. We bought two big pieces of equipment for us that really expanded our business. The first was this plasma table. So that really opened the door for cutting all kinds of 2D shapes, and really is the foundation of most of the designs that we do here. And also a brake press, so we can cut and we can bend. And then of course we have welding equipment, and that's a piece that we've had around for a while. So we're trying to fill out the shop here. We got a small space, and we're trying to make it work. You can see there's stuff kind of everywhere, and we're kind of like climbing over each other sometimes, but it's been working out pretty good so far. So, yeah. You like our 1990s interface here?
Oh, that's awesome.
It looks like we should be like playing Atari or something, right? You want to clean that thing up just for a second?
You would understand more than most of like the difference between making one part but then making parts at scale.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
And so that's cool.
So
right?
It takes like a little bit more investment in the front end. Like, we decided, hey, the first prototype we made, we like to just bump bend it, to fit it, test it, fit it. And then we decided, hey, we can now crank out 100 of these parts really easily. I'll show you here. Then we can pull it off the tool.
So that's the first of the new seats for the VX. It's really cool to be able to bring a new product to life like this, and to do it with such an impressive person. It's awesome to be able to come out and spend time with guys like Mitch, who just are such cool people with an impressive backgrounds, and really obvious what these guys are able to do with this. I don't think this is going to be our first or last thing.
Great.
Hopefully.
Sounds good. Keep it coming.
So keep Mitch busy. You're going to find these up on Messick's.com. They're up for sale. There's 100 of them in the first batch. And let me know what you think of them. So if you're shopping for a piece of equipment and we can help, you got parts and service needs for a machine you've already got, give us a call at Messick's. We're available at 800-222-3373 or online at Messick's.com.
You can just cut that out later. I got scolded by the the news guy for looking at the camera the one time. He's like, don't look at the camera, look at me. And I was like, I'm a YouTube guy, I look at the camera.